Now I'm sitting down with Lance Kyed, who is the Director of Television, Radio, and Film Production here at Emerson College, and we are also joined on a Skype call with Shelley Kapitulik, who actually created Good Morning Emerson, right?
Yes,
so,
that's correct. She did.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to start with asking you a couple questions because you are retiring at the end of the semester. So, what led you to being the Director of Television, Radio, and Film here at Emerson College?
I had a considerable experience in production and post-production before I came here. I had worked in medical television for 10 years, and I managed a large production and post-production facility in Seattle.
Wow.
And as I had my own company called Desktop Post, which was a digital post-production company. And I got a phone call one day, and I happened to be in my garage when George Quinzel, my former professor and mentor here, who taught all of the film and video classes at that time, gave me a call and said there was a national search for production and operations manager at Emerson. And I was very thankful that he let me know. And after I applied, I came out here for interviews and eventually got the job. At that time, Art Singer was the director, the vice president of TRF. And Rob Silverman, who was really responsible for all of the stuff you see on this side of the campus, you know, sold old buildings on Beacon Street and bought new old buildings here. And that transition led to a lot of changes that you see today.
Wow, incredible. Yeah. Well, what would you consider one of the highlights of your career here at Emerson?
Well, you know, I started Emerson Productions as well. And when I was interviewing with Art, I knew about Emerson Productions and Emerson Channel as being a couple of my goals. But working in Emerson Productions, now headed by Jane Pecor, our production manager, the most exciting thing I think it was for me and the students were working on a series of programs with Senator Kennedy. And we did 24 episodes of this show called Capitol Perspective, which was aired on all the cable outlets across the state. And he really grew to love Emerson students. He thought it was wonderful having a crew of all of our students. It was all student run. Occasionally I direct, but that was only if we had a problem. And that really was a great time, and we won some awards. And
well, speaking of the start of the Emerson Channel, we're actually joined with Shelley, and I'm going to toss a couple questions her way. She actually was the one to start this wonderful show that we're on. So actually, Shelley, I would just like to hear what originally inspired you to make a show like GME.
You know, Jeremy Johnson and I both worked for the Emerson Channel, and in 2001, we realized that there were all these amazing broadcast journalism students and production students, but there was no live production on campus. So at that point, our TV studios were over on Beacon Street, and the only place we could go live was from the Anson Building Media Services Center. So we put the show together at that point. We did it twice a week, 15 minutes each, and it was an amazing start to what you guys have brought it to be today.
Wow. Well, speaking of what it is today, how have you seen Good Morning Emerson kind of evolve since you left Emerson?
Well, the fact that I'm talking to you from my home in Connecticut on my cell phone through my iPad on Skype is a technology that we never even knew it existed at that point.
Absolutely. And what about just like a favorite GME memory?
You know, we had so much fun putting together the show twice a week. We had so much fun putting together the packages, going out in Boston, shooting entertainment segments. I remember going to the Hasty Pudding Award, and we gave Bruce Willis a Valentine because it fell on Valentine's Day. Mike Garrity was the talent at that point, and actually he and I had brunch this weekend, and we were laughing that I used to have to call him in the morning and give him a wake-up call to make sure he wouldn't miss our live show.
Well, I mean, that's still real. I've had to go wake up Madeline Avery before. But thank you so much for joining us, Shelley. And thank you for creating such a wonderful show. And Lance, thank you for being here.
Congratulations, guys. It's amazing what you've done with it.
Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us, Lance. And
you're welcome.
Congratulations on your retirement and best of luck.